Checking on the eggers after our night that went down to about -8 on the real feel. So just checking in on the chickies, and they're all looking nice and big and puffy and all moving around and healthy. Still very snowy outside, but all these chickies are nice and comfortable inside. Come Pup. Pup's keeping an eye on them. They still got food and water. So they're all good and set. I just didn't want to check on them late last night because of the temperature being so low. I didn't want to have to open that door and let any of the heat out that they had. I'd say they're putting on some weight. I mean, you need 2 hands kind of hold these safely now. Got dinosaur feet. Look at those feet. No chicken. What are you whining about, Puppy? Can't wait to get the brooder built and get them all moved up to the barn once they're feathered out, but we kind of had the weather shift, and yeah, we're a little snowy out here now in Zone 6A. The birds out on the feeder, but that's about it. It's a little too cold to be doing anything else outside. What are you doing? You Bonnie. This must be Bonnie. What? Quit whining, Puppy. You can't eat the chickies. I think the chickens are starting to get used to Puppy. They're not too skittish unless he barks real loud, but Puppy's still pretty stressed out while he's trying to keep from eating the chicks, huh, Pup? So the chickies were very cold last night. They had the heat lamps, but inside the shed here still had all the sand. It's completely frozen. So it got cold in here. The waste bucket completely frozen, at least an inch down. And the chickies still all made it through, so they are getting some of their warming feathers, their true feathers. That's helping them out. And the 2 heat lamps last night, I'm sure, did a little extra help for them. So it's good to see they all made it through the night. Hopefully we don't have any drops like that anymore. But we're gonna keep the door shut until it warms up today a little bit. Sun's coming out, but it's still below freezing right now. Bringing up some toast for the chickies, see if they like it. Beautiful day out here. We just had a ton of snow. All that snow's melting off today, going up to 50, mid-50s. It's beautiful out. Puppy, you wait. Over. How you doing, eggers? They're getting so big. Way too big for this area. What's going on with that one? Why is it laying down? Okay, just chilling on the ground. Just chilling. They are getting big. Every time I open up the gate, they're just peeking over the gate. Like, I can see outside now. Look at this piece of toast. I'm gonna break this up in there for them. There we go, spread it all out. Bonnie's in there to check it all out first. What are you doing? I know you can see on camera how big they are now. They're just massive. Huh. They're too curious. They just want to get outside, socialize with me. They don't want the food. They have food 24/7. Now they're just getting a little pecky, aren't you? Getting a little pecky. Up, up. You keep your distance, puppy. They're being real curious right now. I don't want you scaring them. There. She's pecking at the bread and the food there. The eagles are getting pretty big. They're flapping around trying to fly in this little area. Every time I open the cage now, they try and flap their way out. I'm just worried they're gonna all start flapping and then hurt each other. So I think it's getting about time that I need to move them out to a bigger spot. I'm thinking I'm going to have to set up a little area here, get some of this stuff out, and set up an area in here on the floor for them. Kind of make a new pen, something a little bit bigger and taller sides for sure. Puppy, you can't get to them from the bottom, buddy. You can't get to them from underneath. I got my brother's dog coming here for a couple weeks, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him as well with the chicks. We're gonna be watching him for the next 2 weeks while my brother's in reserve training, I think it is, for Air Force. But I'm just gonna have to look at my scrap wood and everything else I have in here and just build a pen. Pull the heat lamp over, drop the water and feeder in, and that's just what I have to do. Jump up. Me and Pup got the new pen set up. Just used all materials I have here in the shed, obviously. Threw a tarp on the bottom and then just walled it out. I went about 4 feet high, so hopefully they can't fly that high. And then on the front here I made it lower so Puppy can see, and then I reinforced it with this little wire mesh wagon we're not using right now, so Puppy doesn't bump his way through. So that's the whole setup there. It's probably about 5 by 5. And then I have this piece of lattice to drop down in the front, so it'll be fully enclosed so they can't hop out when we're not here. And then Puppy can still see through the lattice, and I think that'll work. I'm gonna have this out until I get all the chicks in there. They are all in there, still nice and cozy and warm, and they have no idea they're about to get a big upgrade. Now I got the bedding in there, fresh bedding for them. I went out and got a square of turf that they can have fun scratching around. I'm sure there's some bugs in there they'll be able to find. I now put 2 2x4s going across the top here that hopefully I'll be able to hang my feeder and water from. And then the back one I'm going to be hanging the heat lamp or heat lamps from. I might only have one in here or both of them, and then might only have one on for now, but I'm at the point I'm going to go ahead and steal the heat lamp from the little chickies. They're going to go down to 1 heat lamp. This should be fine. I'm going to unplug that one now. Alright, that one's unplugged. Let that cool for a second, but I'm going to grab that one and take it out. I might need to use an extension cord now to get there, or not, maybe not. my egg chickens. My egg flock has been in this brooder for about 2 weeks now. The first brooder 2 weeks, this one 2 weeks, and now I'm gonna have to move them up to another brooder. Hopefully it's gonna last longer than 2 weeks because it's not warm outside yet here in Zone 6A, and I don't have power in my barn, so no way of getting heat to them. But once these chickens do outgrow this new brooder I'm building, or I built, then they should be fully feathered out, and they shouldn't be as sensitive to the colds we'll be getting here in the spring, and I can move them up to the barn at that point. But this brooder is about half the size of the brooder barn, or the barn in the brooder, and it's about twice the size of this one, so they're getting a little upgrade, and then hopefully, and we'll see if they like it. Puppy's here to help. He's real excited because they've been fluttering around since we've been out here. They get real excited whenever we're out here. Oh, I just saw that white one over there. It's hard to see through the fencing, but there is a white one over there that has brown on it. That one. That is a pretty chick. We'll get a better view of these chickens whenever they come out, but whenever we get them down right in front of us right here. But anyway, I'm going to start pulling them out and throwing them in because it is roughly about 60 degrees down there by that light, and that should be enough for these chickens. Alright, I'm just going to start pulling them out. Hopefully I get them all into the brooder and not give any of them to Puppy. You'll be waiting. Hi, buddy. The chick's getting on the same level as Puppy. I think is making him a little bit more anxious than normal. But you're gonna have to get used to it, buddy. Just relax. He's shaking. Should be a soft landing with the tarp all folded up with the layers. Whoa. And then the wood chips. Relax. Relax. I know. 4 more. Buddy. All the ones in here are hiding under the heat lamp right now in the corner. As far away from Puppy as they can get. Good boy. One more. I think it's the same gray one that was the last one to be caught out of the first brooder. It definitely is. The gray one with the black beak. She's smart. Okay, we got them all, Puppy. We got them. Here they all are. We got the 18 chicks out of the old brooder into the new one. You just give them some water. Oh. Hey. Alright, they're terrified right now. I'm gonna give them some time to calm down. I'm just gonna use these wire racks for now. like I've been using them to block off this end instead of using that lattice. They're just a little bit more structured. Look how dusty these chickens have got in just less than 2 weeks. About 2 weeks and they're filthy. So that's why they're out here in the shed now instead of on the patio. But we'll get these blocked off and we'll let these chickies acclimate. I actually want to get the feeder in the water hung up and then I'll let them acclimate for a while and calm down from their big transition. Good boy, puppy. You were calm the whole time and didn't jump in. I want to get a couple perches in there for them because they're getting bigger and I want them to have the natural instinct of grabbing onto branches and whatnot. So we'll see what I can find for a perch. Oh, puppy. Puppy wants to see. We gotta look past puppy. Oh, buddy. He's liking the chickens on his level. He doesn't have to get up on anything. He can just stand right next to me and look in now. You can see the colors a lot better now too, since it's not just all red light. There's a little bit of daylight on them. If we zoom in, we can see the nice whitish gray. Got some spotted browns, spotted blacks, straight blacks. There she is. Look at this pretty girl. She's got a nice colored mane. She looks horrible on camera. Wow, she looks like she had mange on camera, but in person she looks really good. Really good. Puppy. We're not playing golf ball. I think they're going to enjoy the little perch I put out for them. A couple branches, some silver maple branches from a tree on the property here, and just stacked them up so they have something a little bit to perch on. And you can see one's already enjoying it. A couple different varied sizes so they can wrap their feet around whatever they prefer. Puppy, quit whining. Quit whining, buddy. I have a stack of rocks over here for them to just check out, stand on. It's always something different. I like to switch it up for them so they don't get bored and start pecking at each other. Got their sod. And I'll probably find something else to put in here once I hang the water up. I think they'll be good with the one heat lamp. I'm going to keep it that way. And yeah. I think they're doing pretty good. What do you think, Pup? You're the one keeping a close eye on them. Oh. Oh. So chick just fell in that little triangle and almost got stuck. So maybe I should change that. So they just got started liking the stick and now I have to go in and scare them all, but I don't want any of them getting stuck while I'm not here. I'm just gonna move this and close that gap down. Okay, that's all. That's all. Hopefully they don't fall in that other triangle. They should be okay. They're getting pretty big right now. We'll see. They gotta get used to it. It's not all safe in nature either. That black one, that spotted black one likes that perch. Found a nice high perch and I think she's claiming it. I'll come back tonight and see if she's able to keep that claim to that stick. I am curious to see how they're gonna nest or roost, how they're gonna sleep on these sticks. And just trying to keep it interesting for him. What puppy? What buddy? You're such a talker. What are you trying to say? Huh? What are you trying to say? No, I'm not giving you any of those chickens. No, I'm not giving you any. Look at her. She's so cute. All perched up on that. Puppy, your ear is in the way. Okay, and then the big gray one with the black beak's gonna pick on her. It's a nice roost spot. Got any other takers? Yeah, they're not used to it yet, but we'll get the hang of it. Checking back in on the eggers, and they're all settled in. They're all tucked in around the stones over there, under the feeder, and all tucked together. So they're all comfy in their new home. I guess under the heat lamp directly is too hot, so that's good. That's good that they have as much heat as they want. Puppy was insistent that we come back out and check on the chickies. So we're out here. Still didn't get the water hung up yet, but I need to find a length of chain for it. They look so small when they're tucked in like this, but whenever they're standing up and walking around, they look huge. Yeah, they're gonna start puffing up. Once one moves, they all go. That's all for this one. If you want to keep watching the chicks grow up and see what different home they go to next, you can subscribe down below and hit that like button before you leave. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And check out my other channels that I have down in the description below. You'll be able to see everything coming out here at Whitt Acres. You can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.